I'm recording this one.
You said what happened?
You know, I'm the one recording and editing this one.
Bruh. What the hell?
The AirPods absorbing the sweat in your workout.
I will expose you.
Man, let's talk. Oh my God.
It's all fun and games till you see a man with a trucker hat on.
Man, bro, look, hey, man, bro, hey, look, welcome to another episode of Open Run Podcast. It's your boy D Trill, your boy Gino, your boy Twan. We down the man Cinco. My boy is probably cleaning his Frenchies right now, but yeah, we gonna thug it out and we gonna rock out. My fellas, my brothers, how was y'all week? Well, our weekend, we gonna touch and see, how y'all weekend was. It look like y'all niggas a little faded, torn.
No, I'm just having deja vu, man. That's all. I still got paint on my hand, man. I've been painting all day. I tried to wash all of it off, but we've been getting booked a few more events, man. The business going up. We're loving it and continue to get this space ready, bro. It's just a lot of hard work, a lot of time, a lot of thought, man. It's wow. The sooner we get to some of our goals, man, the more relaxed I'll be. But we're trying to be done. It's the 22nd today. Trying to be done by the end of the week, man. I don't know if that'll be possible. We'll see. But I at least want to be done with everything but the flooring.
I was just about to ask, everything by you said the end of the week?
End of the month was a goal 2 weeks ago, but I won't get into details, man. It's just, it's hard to rely on certain people, bro. And that has nothing to do with family. It's just the people that, anyway. It's not important, man. We just moving, we getting what we can done. And I'm excited about it, man. It's really, really coming together. I haven't been recording like I usually do. But I will record some tomorrow when we put the second.
And for the people out there that's lost right now, because I'm not gonna give away the sauce, but Dean is not talking about his house. He's not talking about renovating his home. It's a space that Dean has, and he is currently putting the space into motion. It's an event space, so that because people gonna be confused and be like, "What the hell, this nigga?" You know what I'm saying? If he built a house or some shit, so you know what I'm saying. But so. No, that's a blessing though, man. It's a blessing. It's super dope. From y'all to ground zero really, and to do it hands on is dope, man. Twan, my brother, ground zero for real. That's a blessing though, man. I know it's gonna come out dope, man. I can't wait to see it, bro.
Yes, sir.
I feel like Gene, bro. I feel like I'm having some deja vu too. Shit. Y'all hear my kids going up in the background.
No, they already know what
it is. Man. Everybody doing good. I don't have no complaints. I want to give a shout out again to Gene, because I feel like, it ain't unnoticed, man. When it's done in the dark, it's still gonna come to light, man. And regardless of the obstacles, I feel like when you putting in that work yourself, you reap the benefits a little different. So, but everybody good, bro. So we over here getting ready for the week next week.
Yeah,
work week.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna get this out the way. Wow, the Celtics. Wow, they sold, and honestly, it wasn't all of them. JB came ready to play. Horford came ready to play. Smart came ready to play. Just got hurt. But how do you explain? What are these fallouts? I don't even know where this is coming from. You play Brooklyn, you play the Bucks, and then suddenly against the Heat, they're just undisciplined. I don't know what it is, bro. You lose 2 quarters in 3 games, and you're down 2-1. You won every quarter but 2. What is that?
But I just want to say this. Because I just want to give people a sense of direction. We are going to talk about the playoffs. I just want to get something out the way real quick. Shout out to all the graduates out there. Yeah. It's graduate season. Shout out to all the graduates. Congratulations. Y'all made it. Proud of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I know how tough it is. Shout out to all y'all. Shout out to my mom and my brother. It was my mama and my stepdad's anniversary. Also, it was my little brother's birthday. So my mom and my stepdad got married. My little brother CJ birthday. You know what I'm saying? So happy anniversary and happy birthday to, you know, my little brother. Yeah. But yeah, back to the regular schedule program. The Celtics. Now, we are going to have some fun with this because Gene currently he predicted early on that the Celtics would beat the Heat in 5. Now the Heat are up 2-1, so that is impossible. Yeah. I think that Celtics in 5 was crazy. I do think that the thing that the Heat has over Milwaukee and Brooklyn is they're way better defensively, and it's not even close, than Milwaukee and Brooklyn. Yes, they are. Yes, they don't have as much scoring talent as the team, and I just think that as far as like defense, and I don't know, bro. It's something about, like, I'm not saying that he's like just like a big important piece. So I just feel like PJ Tucker really be changing the dimensions of teams, bro. Like, and as much as I, you know what I'm saying, like, as much as we joke and say like this nigga fat or whatever, or whatever, but he really, bro, I really just he be he a winner. Like he a winner, and he just, I don't know, bro. Like,
he is one of the few players I have ever seen in my life score 0 points consistently and be so effective.
Yeah. I
cannot comprehend. He ain't lying though. You're not lying.
No, you're not, bro.
I have no idea.
I don't know what be going on, bro. But it's like, bro, he just somehow he can score 0 points and his team be winning. I don't know how. And it's like I feel like last game was really. I got to give all the credit to one, Eric Spoelstra. I got to give credit to Eric Spoelstra. I got to give credit to.
We talked about this last episode. Eric Spoelstra is magnificent. Do you understand me?
I'm just waiting my turn.
Sorry, man.
I just want to say, but look, Tom, this is the last.
No. Take your time.
Okay. I just want to say this too. Everybody not Paul Pierce. Okay, everybody is not Paul Pierce. I don't know what the hell was going on last game with the Celtics. With the Celtics last game, and I was the only one that said it. Trae Young said it in his tweet. Every injury the Celtics was getting, everybody was going back to the locker room. Niggas was going back to the locker room, and trying to come out and get that applause from the crowd like they Paul Pierce. Everybody not Paul Pierce.
I feel like the team ate at Chipotle about an hour before the game. And they were just taking turns tearing that toilet up. I don't know what was happening, man. Because what I saw on the floor was a lot of BS. That's what I saw.
Bro, first of all, I knew Tatum wasn't hurt. He just hurt. He was pride was hurt that he got robbed, like by Victor Oladipo. And he started. First of all, he grabbed his ankle, then grabbed his shoulder. I said, "Huh? Wait, what?" Then he went to the locker room and came back out. I'm like, bro, just accept the fact. Accept the fact you're playing bad this game. Shout out to Jaylen Brown, by the way, but it's sad that your 40-point game had to go in vain. But that game was on Tatum, man. That game was on Tatum. You cannot play that bad your first home game back. Like, that makes no sense to me at all. Your first home game with no Jimmy Butler on the floor, and you still can't close the deal. That's bad, bro. That's bad.
Well, to be fair, they're throwing a lot more. Hold on.
Yeah,
they throw a lot more at Tatum than they do any other player. I don't know why, but Brooklyn did it. The Bucks did it. Jaylen Brown can score just as easily as Tatum. I know Tatum's the superstar, but JB really can score that ball. I don't know why they throw so much at Tatum, but at the same time, if Jason gets 40, the game is over. I don't think their 40 is the same 40. We've had this conversation before. But it is on Tatum. It is. No matter what else happened in the game, for us to still come back and get it that close, I think it was like 48 seconds left, and the Celtics were down 6 or something like that, with 48 seconds to go. So to get that close, man, it's on Tatum. all he had to do was at least get like 20, 24, 25 points, and it's a home win. You understand what I'm saying? But things happen, man. Tatum does this every now and then where he just disappears. I think during the Milwaukee series, he had like 10 points one game or 16 points or something like that. It was like 10 points. Yeah, she got my back. But I think it was like game 2 or something.
Wow, Q know them stats like that?
You know the
It was
stats.
either game 1. I think it was game 1. Tatum just played that bad. And so I guess he's just due one every now and again. I don't know, bro. I didn't get to watch the whole game. I was traveling back from this business event. But, man, just shout out to Eric Spoelstra, bro, because when you look at the Heat, even Jimmy, in my opinion, someone's going to disagree, is a B-list star to me. I'm not saying he's B-list talent. I'm saying he is a B-list star. And somehow the Heat play so freaking well. It's the Greg Popovich effect. It's the Eric Spoelstra joint, where it's just coaching at another level. That's what the playoffs is all about. You see Steve Kerr sticking out what he's doing in Dallas. The Warriors struggled into now. I don't know. Anyway, I ain't going to get into that. Go ahead, Twan.
Before I lose my train of thought, look, man, I'm going to say something that you know already and that Memphis touched on. I think, one, you know, Memphis, like you said, you know, they played Brooklyn, they played Milwaukee, and Memphis, like, you know, they had good offensive players, but, you know, Miami got some of the DNA that y'all have, and that's just discipline. You know, it's a culture at the end of the day. And I feel like that's what MA brought to y'all. Not that Boston didn't have that all along, but to me, you guys are playing different than I've seen the last few years, especially defensively. So, like, at the end of the day, regardless, A-list, B-list stars, just like kind of like the Grizzlies, it's next man up. You know what I'm saying? So if Jimmy get hurt, they still gonna play the same exact type of basketball. Now Jimmy is a phenomenal talent, so you can have a game where he gonna have 40 or whatever the case may be. But what you gonna get from Miami, which is why I said this is gonna be a 7-game series, because we seen Tatum do this, bro. We seen a lot of stars do this. You know, they have a bad game. Where my thing is this. I always say this about stars, where I don't get why when they have bad games they don't go out swinging. Like, I don't like 4-15. It tells me that you kind of you wasn't aggressive and it was in your head. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be broke, you know, go out 25. I feel like he stopped. I felt like he stopped being aggressive. But what I can say about Tatum though is that he has a record of having his neck. I can guarantee he's gonna have 30 or 35 next game. He always has a better game when he has you know, a terrible game.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Sorry. You good. But I don't know. I just think the identity of Miami, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's just a game where one of the other teams can't get it under control, I don't really see.
Bro, you had to get up for the lady, but not the man. He that small? Go ahead, bro.
Crazy, man. Grown.
He just slid right on top of this little hip.
I gotta live here, you don't. But look.
Excuse me.
I'm about to say, bro, nah, like, I don't really see either team really necessarily taking control unless I say, like, it's just, that's an identity thing, man. Miami, they like that mentally and defensively.
Well, the way that kid screaming in the background, that's how I felt. That's how I felt last night, bro. Hey, honestly, man, I don't like the fact that they playing tomorrow because I need a mental break, bro.
Nah, fuck that. All them breaks and stuff between the games, niggas don't need that. I'm gonna just say this, man.
If y'all think the Celtics just gonna waltz out there and win Game 4, you gotta know, because these boys don't care no more. They don't care about no Sports Center. They don't care about no First Take. They don't care about none of that. Them boys gritty. You understand?
Speaking of First Take, because I don't know if y'all touched on this or whatever. I was absent last episode, but I do want to say, Patrick Beverly, bruh. Dude, stop. Patrick Beverly, you have been hilarious on First Take. Please stop. Okay, we get it. We get Phoenix. They melted down. Chris Paul. It's like rumors that Chris Paul is considering retiring. I think that personally, I think he still has a lot of basketball left in him. for sure. But I think that mentally, he probably doesn't have a lot of basketball left in him, if that makes sense. Like, it's only so much a player can take. And me and Torn, we talked about this. We touched on this. That basketball karma, man. The basketball karma is real. And
how much toothpaste you think he got left?
I just think that Chris Paul, man, it's. I understand what you're going through, man. I just feel like the way Chris Paul's career has lined up and the look that he has been given, it don't matter if he tries to go ring chase. It don't matter if he tries to go team with another superstar. It don't matter, bro. Something gonna always happen, and I just feel like he just got it. I think now it's starting to set in that it's really not meant for me to win a ring, just because like y'all had the #1 record in the league in a year where you didn't have to play Bron in the finals, you didn't have to play KD, you didn't have to play Giannis. You got the top 3 players that you didn't have to play.
I was talking
to
my boy about this earlier. What burns the most, never mind. What burns the most is watching Golden State handle the Mavericks. You know, it's like one thing to lose to the Mavericks, but when you see them getting obliterated, it's like you got to keep asking yourself what happened in Game 7. But I've told y'all this for years. Y'all know my saying, once a choker, always a choker. I don't know what their mental block is, but I've never seen an NBA player go from choking to clutch. It just doesn't happen. You either have it or you don't. For some reason, in the NBA, I'm not saying in life, you know.
Who you calling the choker, Jay?
Chris Paul, James Harden, Joel Embiid. I'm joking. Joel's not a choker. He just needs some help. He needs some help. But y'all, I mean, it's throughout history. We know this. We know this. We can name players throughout history that something mentally happened. They just check out. You don't know what it is. I'm not gonna say that because y'all truly believe in him. There's another choker that's still in the playoffs right now. But y'all would call it blasphemy. I'm not gonna say it.
I know who the hell you finna say, bro. And I
know,
wish,
but I'm not gonna worry about it.
Nah, what's his name rhyme with?
Steph? Who you talking about?
What his name rhyme with,
What you
bro?
talking about, bro?
Nothing, man.
Nah, go on say it, man. I want to know who you talking about.
We'll see this year.
Wait, what? Who we talking about, bro?
Choker?
Here's a hint. They're going to the finals.
A choker? It's crazy. I'm trying to think of who you could be talking about.
Has Steph ever closed a game? Like in a very important game? Has he ever closed a game? Where the pressure was on, you're either down in a series or you need a clutch shot for the win. Have you ever seen Steph? Because I haven't. I may be completely off. I watch a lot of basketball. I'm not saying Steph is a choker, but he's nowhere to be found in those moments.
I can't give you like time and scenario, so you could be right, but I feel like I have seen Steph hit a lot of big shots. So you could be right. I don't know. I know like maybe arguably.
Let's talk about it.
No, arguably, even like if we being real, even that finals, that Iggy won MVP. Like I understand why he won MVP, but I feel like Steph had a great series. That series, I just feel like Iggy. I feel like Iggy overshadowed him because of his defense on Bron, but Bron still was Bron. You know, it just didn't make a difference, and that's really an MVP.
Listen, man,
Bron still was Bron. It's crazy.
What I mean by that though is like, bro, we could take the greatest defender on the planet, even if he's not.
What do you mean by that, Mills?
We can put him on.
What you mean by Bron? Why is that crazy? What you mean by that?
I mean, no, Iggy did make a difference on Bron, though. I just feel like you could take the greatest defender on the planet and put him on the greatest scorer on the planet, and he's gonna do the best job that he can. He's gonna make it very difficult. Right. And he can players that can have a bad game too, but I do feel like Iggy being on Bron changed that series though, because he wasn't initially.
They gave Iguodala the MVP for Game 6, not for the. I mean, it's technically supposed to be for the series. Yeah. But if you remember Game 6, Bron could have hit a couple of shots that could have took them boys to Game 7 that year by himself. But I feel like they mostly gave it to him because he was going.
By
It was a lot of ice baths. Bron averaged the most points, rebounds, steals, and assists in the entire for both teams in the entire.
That was. I feel like by his no I know, but I was about to say by himself is just crazy to me because I felt like that was actually it was fair other than the injuries, but like it wasn't like Golden State made the super team. Golden State
that was fair
to me, bro. It wasn't like KD was there yet.
You know what I mean? 50 points a game.
Hey,
Kyrie and Kevin Love were both out.
To me, it's fair, man. Like we discussed earlier, you know, I've said it about my own team. Like whether we win or lose, like injuries happen every single year. You don't know when they're gonna happen. What I'm supposed to say, like, I mean, yeah, me being logical, of course, they would have been a better series if he had Kevin Love and Kyrie. But like, I mean, bro, y'all say it was unfair. My argument to this is that y'all said you would still say it was unfair with them having Kevin Durant, right? They didn't have Kevin Durant at that time. And I feel like they built their team. So I'm supposed to fault them because they didn't get injured and they built their team from the ground up. It wasn't like
I'm not faulting them.
Steph or Klay Thompson, like we wasn't Draymond Green. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like those names wasn't really like household names until they won a ring. Like KD took it to another level. Steph was a household name, but he dropped to 7. I mean, it was a lot of teams that had a chance to get Steph. Like, let's not act like he was just the number 1 overall pick or Klay was just a high pick or Draymond was a high pick. So I try to not discredit them because it's like, yeah, you know, the NBA throw different cards or whatever, but I don't know. I feel like they built their team from the ground up. It's not the Lakers don't do that. It's not so many teams that do that and that are successful from doing that. That's all.
I'm not disagreeing. We'll see this year. I have never seen Steph step up. I've seen Klay, clearly KD in those moments, but I've never seen Steph just, you know what I mean? So anyway, go ahead, man.
I'm gonna be real with y'all, bro. Like this should be like these playoffs cool. These shit's cool, but this shit's been boring, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like it's not because the Grizzlies are eliminated and nothing.
No, you're right.
This shit boring, bro. Like it's like
now,
it's cool.
Last series was very much entertaining for the Celtics, I'll say. Yeah. That was a lot going on. But yeah, this series, it's been boring.
These conference finals boring as hell, bro. Like I feel like we watching some regular season basketball. Be real with y'all. Like I mean, it's cool. Like I feel like I never thought that the Mavericks would even come close to beating the Warriors. I thought if they did beat them, they would win one game. I don't think I think if they got them. I don't think that they're going to win next game. I just feel like the Warriors is making them play their game, and from us having to play the Warriors, the Warriors cannot dictate your style of play. You're not going to beat the Warriors shooting a lot of threes, and I feel like Jason Kidd has done a great job with the Mavericks, but he has to realize what he has done to get the Mavericks to that point to even play Golden State is not going to work versus them. Like, because during the other series that you played, you basically have taken the big for the opposite team out of basketball out of play. You took Gobert out of play. You took Aiden out of play. The Warriors don't have a fucking big. So it's like, what are you doing? So it's like, all right, Looney is just there to rebound. You feel me? Like, we don't give a fuck about him. At the end of the day, he can play 10 minutes and we still can throw Draymond. We still can throw Draymond or Otto Porter or somebody else out there. Like, they got interchangeable pieces. So it's like, and y'all, you just putting shooters out there around Luka. You putting Maxi Kleber, Brunson and all them. Like, you're playing Warriors basketball. You're not going to outshoot the Warriors. Yeah. You're not going to outshoot them. They have 3 fucking knockdown shooters. So you're not about to outshoot them. That's for one. Secondly, the spacing is so fucked up on their floor because it's like you're watching Luka. Luka is big, but it's like, this is what I say, like, with the difference between, for example, like Tatum, Ja, and Luka. The way that they score and the shiftiness to their game. Luka is talented as hell, but he's not shifty, if that makes sense. Like he's shifty for himself, like, because he's big and he's able to get past the finishes. Like, you know what I'm saying? For himself, he's able to be shifty because he's just bigger. You know what I'm saying? He's bigger and he plays point guard. But I feel like players like they so fast, twitchy and shit. Like with the ball, they don't know what the fuck they gonna do with the ball. They just react. You know what I'm saying? Like with Luka, you know, either he gonna go left and he gonna come back and shoot a step back. You know what I'm saying? You know certain moves Luka gonna do.
With Luka though, his game. My bad. With the way his game is, no, he's not athletic or as you know what I'm saying.
No, he don't need to be though. But
I was gonna say because of how his game is he's so young, bro. He's gonna be around for a long time.
No, he's gonna be nice as hell. I just think that the Warriors is just like, bro, they literally having fun because they know that the Mavericks not like that. And they know that they really got some literally this shit is like cakewalk for them. Like I feel like we gave them a run last series even without Ja being out there. Like you know what I'm saying?
This all off, bro. But I don't think the Warriors are even that good. I just think the Mavericks.
I don't think they are neither. I told y'all that when we were playing them. I said the Warriors not like that. They are able to look like that now because they're playing against the Mavericks team that's not like that at all. They just got their ass punched in the mouth.
The West ain't what it used to be. And just to talk a little bit about that, the Ja, Tatum, and Luka question that we had on FaceTime. I'm not gonna bring it up here because I want to kind of switch topics, but just to add my little 2 cents, man. Those are completely different players, all 3 of them. Ja is amazing, athletic. He's the most athletic, quickest, fastest, grittiest of the 3, in my opinion. Which I love that mentality. But if you need a 3 late in the game, you're not looking for Ja Morant. I'm not saying he won't hit it, but that ain't your first option. You get what I'm saying? So as good as he is, he still has a lot of development. Tatum, he has those off nights. Luka does not. However, Luka is horrible on defense. Where Tatum is probably of the 3, he's probably the best on defense of the 3. I think that Ja could lock up a little bit more, but I don't think their team has the discipline to do that from a guard standpoint. I think they just try hard. They don't really have a technique or a strategy to it. And I'm not coming at Taylor Jenkins or anything like that. So they just have all these strengths and weaknesses that don't really compare. So when you ask, like, who would you pick out of the 3, it really depends on your personal preference. So I just wanted to throw that in there.
I respect that. I respect that.
I'm not sure who I would pick out of the 3. That would be a very, very, very tough decision if I was on the clock and those are the 3 players that I was choosing from.
That's tough.
I respect that. Yeah, man. Let's transition to music, man. Let's transition to music because I know we were kind of behind on the turn or on the curve or whatever. Kendrick Lamar dropped Magna Carta Holy Grail 2. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, man. Kendrick Lamar dropped his long-awaited album after 5 years. Crazy.
I've been a stepper, by the way. Just in case y'all ain't know. My feet hurt.
I've been a stepper is crazy.
What y'all grading the album, man? 1 out of 10, no bias, numbers.
What is a 10 album? What is a 10 album? I was listening to Reason.
I don't know. I don't know. Personal opinion.
You'll be proud of me, bro. I was listening to Reasonable Doubt today.
What you think about that? What you think about it?
It's early Jay-Z. It's solid.
First album.
Oh, that baby. You get the 10.
First album.
Yeah, it's young Jay-Z. Biggie on the album. It's nice. Biggie out rapping.
Think about Black Album.
So if a 10,
this album better than the Black Album.
That's you gotta ask Twan that. That's a tough one. I'll say this.
It's been out 2 weeks.
Right. Now I've listened to it. I've lost because like I told you, I was painting all day. That's what I was listening to. Pretty much majority of the time painting. Just spinning it. just to make sure I continue to ingest what's going on, because the thing about it, I was literally thinking this early, but I didn't want to text it because I know how y'all do. But you know how Drake is like the king of intros?
Yeah.
Like, you might throw on a Drake intro while you're working out. It's not gonna happen with Kendrick Lamar, with any of his intros, ever. All of his intros is like starting a movie. Huh?
Kendrick's the king of outros.
Y'all don't work out
Right.
the Hey, that's crazy.
He know how to, it's
I wouldn't say he's the king of outros.
I'm not like talking mess.
I can't get off. I can't.
Yeah. My bad.
So I wouldn't say the king of outros either, but I'm not comparing the intros. What I'm trying to tell you is that they're so different, because for Drake, I think it's just music and how he's feeling, and he throws it out there. It's not quality, but it ain't what I need every day. You feel me? With Kendrick, he's literally, the way he approaches albums is like a piece of art, like a movie or an experience. And so for those people that love to ride in the car and get hype and stuff like that, there's a few of those songs on there. But it's so hard to go out and sing. It's been 2 weeks, but it's hard to go and just single a song out without kind of knowing where you are in the album. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so up and down, and he did that on purpose. So it's the type of album that reminds me of For Your Eyes Only for J. Cole, where it's a story. The whole album's a story. So coming in the middle of it is kind of, it's kind of different. You know what it is. I don't know what I'm really trying to say, but I'm just saying you wouldn't just throw this album on in the middle of the song, like track 9 or, anything like that. You wouldn't just throw that on. So to rate it out of 10 is tough to do. It's definitely above a 7.5, 8 for me, for sure. But to give it a 9 or a 10 right now is very hard for me to do.
Want me to go, Miff?
You can go.
For me, I think, because I'm still digesting it, to be honest, it sounds like it's crazy because, all of his albums.
Dang, Twan look dead. Oh, there you go.
Zach.
Zagazow.
Bro, do not bring that song up, bro. Please do not bring that song.
My fault.
It's two Twans on the screen.
Twan, do you see your Q? Look at that.
It's two?
Do you see your frozen picture, bro?
Bro, why I can't let me see.
You look like you off that Heron.
Bro. It went away. All right.
Yeah, man.
Where was I? Where did I leave off at? Okay, yeah, I said I was still digesting it. I think that, all of his albums sound different to me. But I think he followed the same type of, I guess, recipe that he's been having with each of his albums. It's always some story, right? Even if it's through the songs, if it's an old story, if it's something that's happening now, or whatever the case may be. But I think with this one, that's different more than anything. We can say that all artists bent through their music, however they do it, and however they do their art. But with this one, it felt more so like just a straight Benson session to me, and it gave me like a jazz vibe. I felt like when I was telling my mom, when she listened to it, try to put herself in like a theatrical play, like a stage play. Because that's what I was telling y'all too, that I want to go to the concert, because it's crazy lately, man. Ever since I went to that Larry June concert, it made me realize like I don't really like being in places where it's like just a whole bunch of people and it's kind of compact, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I really want to go to Kendrick's show because I feel like, for one, like listening to like the tap dancing and some of the live instruments, and I realized too that a lot of the drums was more so like the beat pads, but everything else was kind of like live instruments. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was like, it gave me more vibe. Even like if you look at the outro of the song, don't it give y'all the vibe, like as he's rapping, like people, like everybody that's on the album is coming out and bowing to like the music, you know what I'm saying? To the music, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's like like you said, every song is different. It switches up so much that it feels like I'm going into the next scene. I'm going into the, you know what I'm saying? But it connects for me, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you know, for you, you don't feel like Kendrick really have intros to where you can like work out to or whatever it is. You know, I'm not gonna say I disagree because I understand where you're coming from. It's not necessarily like I don't feel like his intros is like a Drake intro. It's always like you said, like it's an opening act, you know, to what's to come. But for me, I can resonate, like, you know, even on Damn, like DNA, for me, like hearing everything he was saying and the 808s on that, that was more so commercial, even though he was speaking some real shit. Like Damn was more commercial because of the beats. This is like, it's a hard listen if you're not into like really, really into music. You feel me? Or like this hard material. It's not, I mean, other than Silent Hill, it ain't no radio hits on here. It's the song with Blast, you know, and then the one with Tom Walker. He ain't got no, like, this is really like on some, like I said, it felt like a venting session to me. You know, I could resonate with United in Grief. I know what it feel like to grieve. And I know, you know, a lot of what he was saying is true. You know, everybody does really grieve different. And I think even like on that song, like, you know, this, like how we was talking about that song, We Cry Together. It's not a song that, you know, you necessarily want to hear every single day or even every single week. But I can appreciate the art because I know for a fact that he didn't send Taylor Page that song and then she went in and would cut it in when he came out. Like, no, bro, they probably had 2 mics set up and was literally acting out a scene, going back and forth. Very hard.
They had to be in the same room.
Jump in when somebody rapped, you know, coming in. And there was no structure to that song. It was no structure to a lot of this, to a lot of the, you know what I'm saying, the song.
And that's the thing, man. I feel like it's all coming from where they want us to be. I think Drake makes music to entertain.
Yeah.
I think J. Cole makes music to inspire, and Kendrick makes music to connect.
He is not
and he's been so, you said what now?
He is not your savior.
Right. He has been, the last 3 albums, To Pimp a Butterfly, really, Good Kid, Mad City, he hit a little bit on certain tracks like Black Boy Fly and stuff, but he really started getting vulnerable when To Pimp a Butterfly came out, like just off rip in the stories and just how deep and transparent he is. And so that's like, you helped me get to that point mentally to communicate that to y'all, where his albums, like you said, if you're not that into music, you're not going to enjoy it, number one. But I feel like that's what I'm getting out of it. It's like that connection. Because even the joint without him, the Savior interlude with Baby King, like some of the stuff he's saying, I'm like, yo, man, that was me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
As vulnerable, I feel like Kendrick is and can be on songs. He's never been as vulnerable with this one. You know, like I said, I can't.
Oh, facts.
It's no structure, but go back and listen to the songs. Like most songs have 16s in a verse. Like some of them was like 4, some of them felt like chants, some of them felt like he would go for 24, 32 bars, and then somebody would come to it. You know, I just felt like I said, it was more so about the music one, like that jazz live instrument feel. I'll be very surprised if that shit not like a stage play. Seriously, I can see it. You know, like maybe like different scenes for different songs. The backgrounds probably being different. You know what I'm saying? I could see it kind of being stage play like, and the tap dancing. It just gave me like jazz vibes. You know? Yeah. Even like listen to the chords and the piano on Silent Hill. Like it's more trap because you hear the 808s in the back, but it's still jazzy as hell. You know, and it's not hip hop structure. You know, like a lot of the songs is almost like he offbeat rapping because he kind of just like nigga just talking. It felt like, you know, like on Worldwide Steppers.
Yeah,
you know, it's kind of like a damn. It's like a big. I picture like a big old school piano. Somebody just doing this nigga just rapping. You know what I'm saying? Getting off whatever he feeling. It was no structure to that song, but that shit is hard to me. And I think a lot of my favorite songs is not a lot of the people. A lot of favorite songs that people have on this album. Like I truly do love Worldwide Steppers and Crown and songs that's not necessarily something that you'll listen to every single day, but it's like I can appreciate one, what he's saying, what he's talking about. But the music, you feel me? Because I don't know, I feel like I want to get to that point even just as a hobby, you know what I'm saying? Just appreciating the music, people playing live instruments. Hell, he got 2 kids to tap dance on the album, you feel me? Like I ain't never tap dancing in person. That's some old school stuff, but that's in our culture, so I don't know.
For all my fans, the way I feel
Kodak
about
Fresh Out of Jail was different, by the way. Let me get that off. Kodak Fresh Out of Jail was different because I talked mess about him on Future album, and like a couple of the stuff that I heard. And he was still Kodak. Don't get me wrong. Like I ain't saying he was just this, but he was different to me on this album. Like even his poem, his little interlude was crazy to me, and that ain't nothing but a piano, a loud ass piano at that. You know what I'm saying? It almost overpowered his voice at one point. But that's what I like about live instruments, because that live is going to be different if he on tour or however that go.
I'm sure we all have a different movie. For me, it's like one of them that is like The Dark Knight or The Joker, the new one, Joaquin Phoenix, where you can't just watch one scene. Like I feel like Kendrick's albums are like that. Like if you listen to a song, you low key just got to go through the whole album. Where other albums are gonna be like the Dark Knight Rises, where it's Bane, it's quotable, it's got really good scenes, but you don't really care about the whole movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my reference. But everybody has that movie where you gotta sit down and watch the whole thing. You can't just take a scene out and all right, I'm good.
Yeah.
I think that the Kendrick album is good. I got a few songs. I got a couple favorite songs on there. I mean that I rock with. A couple songs I don't need. But
what are those?
I'm not gonna disclose those. I don't want to make album up for nobody. I mean, not a. I think the concept was definitely dope. I feel like I don't necessarily. I mean, I understand what the perspective of the Cry Together song. For sure, that's a dope song. I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? But I respect it. I respect the art behind it because I feel like everybody, whether we want to admit it or not, we've all been in toxic relationships at one point in our life. You know what I'm saying? Or we've been around it and have heard people, talk and react like that to each other. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was very important and very dope that he was able to do that. Like you said, it was more so like a freestyle type thing. I don't think that shit was written out or whatever. I kind of feel like, they was bouncing off each other and, kind of acting out a scene, per se. Auntie's Diaries, I think that's one of them, the song. I don't really need that. I mean, I respect it. Once again, the artistry of it, because you do have those situations where you may have a family member, that, goes through that or, experience that. And, people from the outside look at you differently, you know what I'm saying? Like, this your auntie, this your aunt, you know what I'm saying? Like, we experience shit like that. It happens. It's like close to the last. Give me the names to part 2 of the album, to Big Steppers.
I just be listening, like it's crazy. The older I get, I just listen to music so much now that sometimes, unless I just really, really can't stop playing a song, I don't be knowing the titles to songs, bro. Because I just
real talk. That's why I said like yeah.
I don't know.
Real talk. That's why I was like somebody. I don't know if Gene got the album pulled up or anything like that.
I do. I remember it, which is sad, but it
was one more I said I didn't need, bro.
So after Auntie's Diaries is Mr. Morale, then The Mother Are Sober. That's probably what you meant, is The Mother Are Sober. Yeah. Either that or Mirror.
Yeah, I think it's The Mother. Yeah, I like Mirror. I don't really need The Mother Are Sober. I don't need that. I mean, it's like
that's the point. Is we all have listened to this album a million times and couldn't name it. It just feels like you just in it. I don't know how to explain it, bro.
So I respect the artistry of the album, though. I think that Kendrick did a good job of kind of knocking people off balance and kind of taking a risk with what he wanted to do. I think that he kind of stepped outside his comfort zone, which was very dope. The Kodak thing was very surprising. I like how knowledgeable. I kind of like how each rapper has their own alter ego rapper that they can turn to be on their album. You know what I'm saying? We see J. Cole with 21 Savage. We see Kendrick with Kodak. You see Drake, he'll jump in there with shit. Drake jumped in there with every damn body. You feel me? Like shit, he just made a song with the Game and shit, some old niggas, but
I guess it's Dirt now.
Dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like shit.
It's a lot of artists that I feel like are vulnerable to a fault because they kind of cover up their pain, acting like that shit cool. You feel me? Like, or disguising it as you know, whether it be a narcotic, whatever the case may be, we all listen to this stuff. I ain't being here trying to be the preacher or nothing like that, but it's a lot of people that I tell you about their pain, but still make you sound good. You sing to it and sing along to it, and you know, you be going through that same shit. I feel like Kendrick, bro, like I said, it's a hard listen. Some songs is a very hard listen, but he definitely not disguising anything or making it like, you know, certain things or being like, I want you to go through this and experience this. It's not like, nah, like, and like I told y'all in the beginning too, I think, aside from the negative stuff, I like the fact that he had a lot of positive chants on here because it's so easy for shit to get stuck in. I know my head. Let me speak for myself. I be listening to stuff and some of that stuff be BS and it be stuck in my head, bro. And like, this might sound crazy, but we all know our words are powerful, bro. You know what I'm saying? So chants are a real thing. So for somebody to say, you know, I love when you count me out, or I can't please everybody, or, you know what I'm saying, I feel blessed over and over. Like, I like to have that type of stuff stuck in my head. I can throw that out there.
All right. And I'm glad you said that. I do want to say this, that I respect this album a lot. I respect the artistry behind this album a lot. And this will be my final word from it. I think that this album is a very good album. But I'm still going to say the album of the year right now is Vince from an artistry standpoint. I feel like Vince really surprised a lot of people. I've been listening to that shit a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Staples, right?
Yeah, Vince Staples. Vince Staples' album was very hard. I feel like right now, yeah, right now, I feel like right now he has the album of the year so far. Although I do like Kendrick album a lot, I feel like Vince album is very good, and I feel like it will be Vince, Kendrick, then Pusha.
You know, when I feel like I don't want to disrespect anybody because some people still love Roddy Ricch, but I feel like a few years ago, 2-3 years ago, when he came out with that album, and a lot of other music was coming out in that year, he was just the hottest artist, and then it was the Baby and all this other stuff. But the way I look at music is how well is it going to age? You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And I'm not disrespecting Vince. I think it will be fine, but I think historically in music, Kendrick's album is going to age a lot better.
So I think that what Kendrick has behind him is a track record and a good album and good music that Vince doesn't have. He doesn't have that catalog that Kendrick has. So it's like people are gonna gravitate to Kendrick more. Kendrick is the better artist, I think, but Vince definitely delivered on this album, which was very, in my opinion, a very critical time for him because like people hadn't really, I mean, outside of features and shit like that, people hadn't really heard from Vince much. You know, he took a little mini break or whatever like that, and he delivered.
He just had an album last year, man, Law Above Averages. But this is what I was gonna say. Like, y'all know personally, Kendrick is my favorite artist. Vince, a lot of people don't know, came out with Our Future, and a lot of people thought that they put him on. Vince was already low key popping in the city. It's a lot of artists, I'm sure, in Alabama, whether it be Memphis. You know what I'm saying? It's always people that be local, that be hard, but you know the city love. However that look, you know, city love you, or how, you know, we know people die in their own city, but you know, he had a little buzz, is what I'm trying to say. What I can say too, I ain't gonna lie, Vince, and it's no disrespect, you might see this one day, but Vince pen and fell off since he was younger. Vince can still rap though, don't get me wrong. Vince can rap, but Vince was crazy back in the day. Like he was like, you know, I always tell y'all, even to this day, bro, it be people that we don't hear. It's kind of like hoopers, bro. I'm telling you, like Earl Sweatshirt, Vince, Donald Genesis, them is some real rappers, bro. I'm telling you, they could really get busy. It's just that they ain't got that buzz like a Cole, Kendrick, or Drake, you know. But I agree with Memphis. I can't agree and say that Vince got the album of the year. I think it's neck and neck, because I was just telling Taylor that. I think for me right now, I got to keep listening to Kendrick. It's only been 2 weeks.
We got a lot of year left, by the way.
Yeah, it's a lot of year left. For sure,
yeah, so far, of course. I feel like it's a lot of people that's gonna drop this year. I feel like Cole's gonna eventually drop.
Certain albums make me feel different than that. Like, it's almost like Future dropping. Like, you know, his number's crazy and his fans about to play it all year, but is that album of the year? No, it's gonna be people that come and drop an album. And we're going to be like, yes, some good songs on it. But these two is going, they still, I mean, if you can appreciate Vince, then you already know what it is. But like Kendrick album's still going to have to take some time, I feel like. after the summer. Something telling me Kendrick gonna drop again, by the way. I don't know why. Something telling me he's gonna drop again.
Interesting.
It'd be crazy.
Look, I don't think Cole's gonna drop this year, man.
Yeah, Cole just dropped the album, man. Not too long ago.
I don't think he's gonna drop this year. Yeah, I think he's gonna let that one age. He usually takes a year or two to develop the next album.
Cole been in them streets lately. Cole used to take time off. Y'all ain't gonna throw that out there. Y'all know, because Cole been doing all his hooping and all that. Even in the streets and getting on features and everybody's songs, kind of like Drake. But Cole used to take that time off. I remember he did.
Yeah.
He took that time off.
And it's fine because somebody like me, bro, I still cut on sideline stories, bro, and just let it
me
ride.
too. Nah, me too. Come on, man. Yeah. That nostalgic.
You say you cut on the warm up? Man, it's been another episode of Open Run Podcast, man. Hope y'all enjoyed it. We got a lot more to touch on, man. Keep tapping in with us. We appreciate all the support, all the love. Keep commenting, keep liking, keep subscribing. Just keep doing it. Keep running it up, man. We love y'all. And we out.
Hey, man. Y'all check on your boy, man. Y'all check on that D Trill, man.
What do you do, man?
He just looks sad, man.
Now I'm good, bro. I'm just tired, bro.
I'm tired, too.